So the food was, I mean, just thinking about the food makes me like go back into withdrawal. So I think most missionaries that come out of the West Indies that enjoyed the food go through withdrawals, and we try to get it. And you try to find places here in the U.S. that they grab it, and you can't come close. So I've gone to Indian restaurants and tried to get it. Not the same. I mean, you get a little bit of it. It's probably 70% there. Not the same. I've gone to Jamaican restaurants, have not gotten the same thing. I've tried to make it myself, and I haven't been able to duplicate what they have going on down there. And I don't know what it is, but maybe it's just the fresh vegetables they use, or how the women cook all day. By the way, the women cook all day long. So they'll wake up in the morning, make breakfast, and then start cooking lunch and start preparing it all until lunchtime. And then when lunch is done, then they start preparing dinner, and then they have dinner. And when you don't have the modern conveniences that we have, and when you take pride in your food, it can take all day to prepare. And then they get in there cleaning and stuff. But yeah, it's a big adventure, or a big venture, making meals. So a lot of rice in different forms. But the biggest thing that we've eaten down there is curry. A lot of curry food. So you'd have curry chicken or curry beef, and it's made differently, and I'll talk about it too. But roti also is like a breaded. There's different kinds of roti. Some that have little pigeon peas inside it, and it's all different kinds. Probably a dozen different kinds of roti. But the way that they cook their chicken, and I've tried to do it here. In fact, I always cook my chicken this way now, regardless of if it's curry chicken or not. But they heat up oil, and then they put sugar in the oil. And just when the sugar starts to crystallize and burn, then they put the chicken and the curry and whatever else in there. As far as I can remember, that's how it was done. This was a while ago, but I remember seeing that. And that's how I cook it now, and it gives it that sweet, and it gives it that pepper taste, and the curry, and there's just a whole bunch of stuff that goes on in your mouth. A lot of the Hindu or the Hindi festivals that they have this. They'll have Hindu weddings, or they'll have Hindu festivals, and they have this thing called seven curry, and they have this huge banana leaf, and on the banana leaf you'll have rice in the center, then you'll have 7 different foods around it that have been curried. Curry mango, and curry, I don't even remember, but I just remember there have been just big old lumps of it, and you'd get the little rice, and you'd get some of that stuff, and eat it like this. And I remember going to a Hindu family, and sitting around, and all the missionaries had their big banana leaf, and we all had our food. And if you left your banana leaf open, that means I'm still hungry, keep it coming. Of course, they wouldn't tell the new missionaries that that's what it meant. So the missionaries that would finish and be completely full, because you always overeat when you're there, because you don't want to stop eating. When you're done, the older missionaries would quietly close their banana leaf. And then the other missionaries that are new, they'd finish, leave it open, and they'd come and give them more food. They're like, oh, okay. And then they'd keep eating, and then more food would come, and we just hee. And that was done to me, and of course I had to do it to other missionaries. But yeah, you make sure you close your banana leaf. And I probably just ruined the joke now for other missionaries going. But yeah, it's a combination of African food, Jamaican food from India, and they just kind of it's its own thing. It's not Jamaican food, although there are some Jamaican dishes that they have down there. It's not Indian food, because I've tried Indian food here and it's not the same, and it's not African food, because I've tried that and that's not the same. It's its own thing that they have, and I don't know how they get that perfection. But there's several dishes out there that we couldn't get enough of, and people down there love to cook for the missionaries. There was a missionary companion of mine, which I think you're going to be interviewing, Elder Orkison, and I think in one day we ate like 7 meals, something like that. It was a ridiculous amount of meals. You have to ask him about that. But we ate so much food that day, because it's not just, hey, here's some food. It's, hey, here's a big dish that they feed you. And these are people that are poor. They can't afford it. And but still they give you, like they feed you like you're a king, and you're fed so many times, and you just, okay, and you eat it, and it's so good you don't want to turn it around. or turn it away. Just fantastic food down there. I'm okay with eating crazy food, so I don't recall a lot of crazy food down there. I do remember eating, it was like a cow intestine soup that I remember eating, but I thought it was fantastic. My companion would not eat it, so when they would leave the room or when they weren't looking, I would eat his food, and so it looks like he ate it. And there was a few times where I had some picky missionaries on my mission, and I would always be happy to eat their portion. But I don't know. There was a lot of the food that they would cook would have, I don't know if a lot of it, but there would be some food that would have chicken feet in it. So chicken feet soup or whatever. And I don't remember eating the chicken feet, but I think it gave it a flavor. And I think they do eat the chicken feet. Maybe an eel on my mission, octopus, but those aren't too uncommon. I think we have that here. So I don't know. Yeah, I don't think there was anything too crazy that I ate. There's fruit. They have the cashew fruit down there. So most people don't know that cashews come from a fruit. So they have the cashew fruit is down there. You have passion fruit, guavas, mangoes that are ginormous. Lots of bananas and coconuts. They chop. So I think here in the U.S., at least I've seen cartoons where coconuts are in the tree and they look like little bowling balls with the three dark dots, and they're brown and fuzzy. But that's actually not what coconuts look like in the tree. They're actually green. And if they are brown, they don't look like how the artist rendition of it. But the ones we see in the grocery store are like that. They're not in the tree like that. But they take these green coconuts and they'll put them on ice, and they'll be in the street, and you buy one and they'll chop them up and put a straw in it, and you drink this coconut water, which is amazing. Tastes amazing. But don't get it on your white shirt. It's good in missionaries. Coconut water will turn your shirt black if you spill it on your white shirt. But they drink the coconut water, and then they'll chop it open and make a little spoon, and then you can scoop out this jelly. And depending on the age of the coconut, it could be super jelly, like jam that you put on toast, but it's coconut flavored, up to where it's pretty hard, kind of like the stuff you get out of a hard coconut. And you just eat that, scoop that out, and you're done. And you move on, and you got your some good vitamins for the day. But yeah, the fruit is very plentiful. You can eat fruit all the time, and it's the best tasting fruit you'll ever eat. So they don't have milk at all. So they just don't have it. They don't drink milk down there. If they did, I mean, I assume someone does, because they have powdered milk down there. So you can kind of make your own milk. So someone must drink it, but I've never seen a local drink milk. So I don't know why they have it down there. Maybe they use it for recipes or something. So so you don't really have cereal. I mean, I never really made it. Some missionaries do. So I remember for one whole year, for 12 months straight, for breakfast, I had the same breakfast every morning. I made myself a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. Or it was either peanut butter and jelly or peanut butter and honey. I did it for a whole year. For a couple of reasons. Number one, it was super cheap, and if I could trick my companion into doing it with me, we would split our funds and buy a huge tub, a commercial tub of peanut butter, and a huge thing of honey and jam, and we'd just go to the grocery store and buy bread. And I'd quickly get up, make my peanut butter jelly sandwich, and go and sit on the couch or whatever, and I could read my scriptures and eat my sandwich. So it was a real fast. I can eat and easily anywhere I wanted, and I don't know. I ate so much on my mission. I actually didn't gain 1 pound. I think it's because we walked everywhere.